Welcome to another edition of Bowie TV's Youth, Community, and Lifestyle. During this hour, we're bringing you highlights from some of our shows focused on youth, community, and lifestyle. Please be sure to give us a follow on all of our social platforms. First, on how to steam your dreams. Check out more gameplay highlights from the Aquaball League tournament. Next, watch as Washington Commanders players teach flag football fundamentals to the Boys and Girls Club of Fairfax. Then, tune into the informative City of Bowie's Mayoral Candidates Forum for this year's special election on this final part. On the Spotlight DMV, learn about the future of Prince George's County housing and development from this powerful panel discussion. Finally, on Simply Bowie, PG County Council candidate Unisha Davis talks plans for the county on this final part. Thank you for tuning in to this week's programming of Bowie TV's Youth, Community, and Lifestyle.
Versus XPG2. Big Joe Stein, man, Johanna, right? Don't play yet. This for the championship.
Come back here.
You know what I mean? Might make it a little harder. Get a time and a chance to play some other games, but everybody can come over here and watch the championship game.
Ultimate top championship for water breakers in Aquaball League. First ever one. Let's go.
Let's go. That's what Aquaball League is about. That's what XR Sports is about. We want to get a time and a chance to play some other games, but everybody can come over here and watch the championship game. It's called the sportsmanship. That's what we do here at XR Sports. Steam your dream. Aquaball League. Hey, Angel and me, get over here. Pause that college football. I'll spank y'all on that later. You already know how I do that.
Nobody pressed anything yet.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know what's up with me on the game. I told y'all, anybody that's over 45, you know what I mean?
Like your character?
From the 8. I got my money on XPG2, you know why? Because they've been sitting back, chilling on the boat, drinking iced tea, eating hot dogs, eating candy.
Eating glizzies.
Whoa, eating them glizzies. Yikes, big yikes vibes. Big. All right, let's go. Championship or bust. Let's go. This is for the championship. Let's go.
Still doing 5-5?
Yeah, we're doing 5-5. Let's go.
All
All right, let's go.
No. Let's commission it. Pulling the flag. We're going 7 points.
Yikes. Big yikes vibes. Whoa. This is not a TV series, brother.
5 minutes.
We're trying to make this a shoot.
7 goals. In Pirates code.
It's no, not 7 goals.
And how many minutes, bro?
No, 5 minutes.
All right, bro.
Yeah, it said 5 minutes. 7 goals.
5 minutes and 7 goals, boy. This is a championship.
In Pirates code.
We pulled one away.
XPG2, are you ready?
Yes.
XPG1, are you ready?
Yes. Let's do this.
Yeah, we're gonna play other games after this. Y'all get some free play after this.
Let's go.
All right, bro. We can put some money on it, bro. Put some money on it. I like to pay for free handshake times, fist bumps, and then set me up and push. And we good. Long as I owe you, you never broke, bro. Long as I owe you, you never broke. All right? Let's go. All right, this is the championship, boy. They got left my while in the El Segundo music going. Let's go. Okay.
Run it.
Yikes.
They just locked in.
XPG won. That was y'all XPG one? Bro, they just laid back. He just did his hand like this. Like, that's me, bro. I've been going for a minute. Oh. The man is crashing his brains. He doing like this in his brains after the goal. Come on, Josiah. Don't let them take you out. They got an incline board. They trying to block him. Oh, man, thank you for changing that music up, bro. I was about to say, bro.
Don't work on that.
World, bro? XPG 1 is not playing with XPG 2. Uh-oh. They got the incline. Okay, they got the incline. Come on. Josiah got the crown. you my money? Nice. Run you my money and then pick that. Come on, pick him still rolling with me. Let's go. Oh, back trip move. Oh, man, two more goals. Man, they could have been, looking like they could have been this in 2 minutes. Yikes, come on. Oh, spin move on him. Oh, let him go. Yes, let's go. Okay, y'all. Now, the octopus is serious business, bro. Now, oh, let's go. Oh! Bro, it's gotta be a record. Gotta be a record. All right, hey, go side. Shake it off, bro. Shake it off. Don't worry about it, bro. Hey, shake it off. Hey, J&J, look at me. Huh? He wants to switch his cards up. I'm showing you, bro. Switch your cards up.
Yeah, so do I.
J&J promotion. Look at me. Focus.
Oh, I think I did the wrong button. Bro, we got
J&J.
We can win this.
J&J.
We always win the
J&J. Y'all got this. Believe y'all. J&J.
Remember, you guys use
Y'all got the Spider-Man music going on in the background. We got this. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Alright, there's one, they have a controller. They got no powers anyway.
Who ain't got no powers?
Neither of them. They used it up
They use all the power. Oh, man. Y'all all caught kicks.
Where we going?
Come on, Super.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
7 points to win.
Come on,
Pirates
bro.
coach.
Hey, XPG1. If you try to get the XPG1,
Are you ready?
XPG1, this is what you fighting for.
Are you ready?
XPG1. Crispy gaming headphones. Crispy. Everybody need to pay crispy gaming headphones.
1.
We got one. We got one.
Crispy. Brand new, fresh out the box. Crispy. All right, let's go. Oh, okay, Wayne beating on his chest. Let's go. Okay, for the championship. Let's go. I'm rolling with him. Let's go. Yo, the DJ is fire, bro. Yo, let's go! Hey, yo, who is that? XPG2? Well, yo, XPG1, they just, yo, yikes. Okay, now the music is back popping. Okay, DJ. Okay, hey, let's get it. Oh, block him. Oh, hit up the wall. Let's go push it, bro. You gotta pick him up. Let's go. Take it over there, do that. Let's go. Oh, who that? Oh, hit clap, yo, boy. Oh, man, I ain't gonna tell you what that was just now. Yikes. Okay, let's go. Oh, they hitting it. Hey, just look. Oh, who's number 4? Hey, no. Okay, hey, you out here playing like you know what you're doing. Oh, he hit it with his tail. What a veteran move. Oh, let's go. Oh, they covered the goal. Bro, they covered the goal. Bro, it's free. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Yo, XPG ain't going out like that, bro. Josiah ain't coming this far to lose, bro. Triple J ain't coming this far. Oh, he doing a back spin move. Oh, hey, get it, let's go. Oh, he hit it, let's go. Off the wall. Oh, better move. Oh, he hit it. Oh, my God, he hit it. He's trying to get a long distance goal. Okay, who's number 2? Oh, they working together. Oh, he stole it. Oh, good block. Oh, veteran move. The boy didn't show no fear. Took his time, set up the play, and took it from the guy. Yikes. Let's go. Okay, what a veteran. Oh, he left something in that pool. I don't know what it is. Something in the ocean. Oh, man. Let's go. Come on, block that. You gotta block him. Oh! 3-1. It's not over yet. Hey, XPG2, you still got time. I believe in you. Let's go. Okay, they're going down. Okay, yo, Aiden is playing like a hawk right now. He's a veteran. He's been in Aquaball League for about 2 years now. He's
Along those lines.
Okay, oh. Come on, like taking care of you, baby. Come on. Hey, lighten up, bro. Lighten up. Come on, Josiah, hit him. Knock him out of here, Josiah. Let's go. Oh, Father, one, yikes. That's all right, listen. Listen. You know, both of y'all went either way. Y'all XPG. We had a deal in the beginning. Let's go. Hey! Oh! Hey, guys, you need a timeout? Yo, you need a timeout, bro?
No.
Just saying, we need a timeout. Hey, no, intro! Break the intro, let's go! Oh! Yo, trying to hit the ball. Oh, we going around. Oh, we're going to block it. Block it. You got to block it. You got to block it. Hit it with his tail. Okay, just press it. I don't know what they're doing. Let's go. Hey, you guys, we changed the dollar threes and all that. All right. My bad for questioning the president.
No, you're good.
My bad, President.
No. You did the right thing. You're doing a good show. You're doing a good crowd control shot, guys.
Okay.
You ready?
All right, we gotta get 2 points. Hey, Josiah, y'all need 3 points to keep this thing going, bro. Come on, bro.
I can't grab it. It's down here. Oh, then okay.
Yeah, press the hold.
Come on.
Oh! Is that HPG ball?
Yeah.
They just doing it real quiet. They ain't saying nothing. They just like another day in the office out here. Let's go.
Where's the ball?
Okay, come on. Who was that? Who was that?
Go Fernando!
Education, work, hard work. You can get there. And so we need to also re-educate our kids, which is what I plan to do with my Youth Advisory Council and with our partnership with Bowie State University, and also with the financial literacy program that I recently started for the city of Bowie residents. Thank you very much. I have to stop. Good evening.
It's time for our closing round. I'm going to call on Remington, number 8, for our last round of questions. What was there, one more to go?
No. This is it, the summation.
I'm sorry, say it again. This is your summary, no, not a question about why you think they ought to vote for you. This is your last opportunity for 2 minutes, okay? We're going to start with Remington at the end and come back this way, okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there'll be 3 cards this time.
Okay.
60 seconds, 15.
And stop.
The timing changed a little bit because you get a little longer. Go ahead, Remington, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to thank all of you guys for coming out here today, taking time out of your day to come and listen to us. I'm a very succinct guy. I really don't do a lot of extra talking that needs to be done, so I'll keep it short and sweet for you all. I care about this community. I've lived in it for 20 years. I've been educated in this community. I've educated in this community. I care about it. I love this city. And I definitely think that Bowie just needs a little bit of a shakeup. And I'd love to be the catalyst to be that shakeup that it needs.
Raise your hand if you came here and were genuinely undecided about who to vote for. Raise your hand. Not bad. I've been to some of these where, I kid you not, there were 6 undecided voters. And so a huge round of applause for all of you for coming out tonight and participating. Sorry, they're saying no applause. You can applaud in your head. I do want to say a big thank you, though, to the organizers for bringing us all together tonight. I know this was a labor of love. And I especially want to thank all of you for taking the time. I'm a lifelong resident. I'm running for mayor because Bowie is home. I grew up in the Northridge neighborhood in the Q section. Yes, we have a Q section. Yes, they made up a lot of words to create a Q section. I, after college, moved into a house on the same street where I grew up. During the pandemic, I moved into Levitt, Bowie, where I get to drink the city water with all of you good folks. My spouse's family is buried right up the road at Sacred Heart Church. Bowie is home, and with any luck, I will be here for the rest of my life. Bowie's got a lot going for it. We have a AAA bond rating. We have a wonderful community of worldly, well-educated people from every corner of the earth. We have a lot of strengths, but we are going to have a lot of challenges ahead. Just a few years ago, we could keep a police officer for about 20 years. Now we're keeping them for about 5. A trash worker for 30. Now they stick around for 7 months. A trash truck that used to cost $120,000 now costs the city $230,000. It is going to get harder and harder to maintain the high-quality services we all expect and deserve. And so we need a mayor who has the experience, the energy, and the focus to do the job on day one. The night of our swearing in is our very first budget hearing, and staff is going to deliver us some good news, some bad news, and some ugly news. And we need to be prepared. But I believe that working together, we can face tough choices, we can make hard decisions, and we can make this a community we're all proud to call home.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
You know, obviously there are classifications. I always say there's the wealthy and there's the poor. Louder. Obviously there are classifications of the wealthy and the poor. So we question ourselves. Why is there a blue-collar worker and why is there a white-collar worker? Because I'm versatile, I'm great at both. You know, I'm a billionaire as we're speaking right now, but I'm not in possession of my wealth. So my father is on a bill of African currency, but either way, it doesn't matter. I'm a blue-collar worker because, you know, I've worked whatever type of job. Success comes from strategy. There's no such thing as a wealthy person being a white-collar worker or a blue-collar worker. The wealthiest plumber in the world is a billionaire. The wealthiest construction worker is a billionaire. So in turn, you look at the white-collar worker, we have these, you know, these tech buildings, etc. Not everybody in these white-collar, nice suits and tie, etc. are making 6 figures, or maybe even higher. Some are making 50, 40, you don't even know. So now you're thinking, you're seeing them, you're portraying them as these successful characters. It doesn't work like that. So the goal is to try and change all this structure. Your children specifically, start from young. Like I said, there are lots of investors in here. You guys can invest lots of money, and whenever they get older, their funding grows. So whether they get a job, what's it called? Whether they get a minimum wage job, they could put $100, $200, etc. every paycheck. It grows as time goes. By the time they're 18, they've had roughly 50K plus, guaranteed. So if they're sitting here telling you these lies, you know, I've done lots of work in Bowie. I've worked at Domino's Pizza's delivery driver. I've worked at, Wingstop. I was an assistant manager. You guys have probably seen me there, right? I've worked, whether it's DoorDash, etc. I've done it all. So in terms of success, it's all about a mindset. It's not anything, you look at the poor usually, not the poor, let's say the middle class. The middle class itself are very hateful. So we question ourselves, why are you hating?
Thank you.
The wealthy, you question, why do you hate the wealthy? The wealthy people have been in this position because they work hard.
Thank you. Wanda.
So I want to say this much. I have chosen Bowie as my residence. I wasn't born here, but I chose it. And I love Bowie just as much as anyone else does in this room. And what I've tried to do in my 2 years here is bring with me my experience leading organizations through change. And Bowie is a city that has reached a pivotal point where change is coming. When we hear about the budget numbers, you will have an awakening. You will say, okay, I need to engage. And I sincerely believe that everyone in this room should stay connected. You should look at the council meetings online. You should read what's going on in the city. If you can attend the council meeting, do so, because under my leadership, I truly believe that you all should be a part of any decision that we make. I also want to say that during my 2 years, I have showed up at just about every event. Not only have I showed up, but I've also listened. I've listened to your issues and your concerns. I've listened to your ups and your downs, and I also listened to you about your love of Bowie. Heck, they even Claw had me be a judge for their pet costume for Halloween, because that's what I do. And I am sincere when I sit and talk to you about being a person that loves the city and thrives on my integrity and those things that I believe that are important to me. When I spent my years at Department of Treasury, one thing we always talked about was saving the taxpayer dollars. We were fiscal stewards, and I believe during these next couple years, you will need my leadership, because under a weak mayor management sort of organization,
thank you, Wanda.
we have to negotiate decisions. People can't stand and make a decision by themselves. I thank you this evening for the opportunity.
Roxy, go ahead.
I want to start off by thanking all of you for being here tonight. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to come here and get civically engaged and meet all of us. And I think the number of candidates on this stage is reflective of what Bowie represents. In 1999, we chose Bowie and called Bowie home. My next door neighbor became my godmother. We were one of the first families in Glen Allen in the A section. But that's so many of our stories. Yes, it's true, during my career, I went off to San Francisco and Seattle during my corporate career and lived there. But I always came back because Bowie reflects the excellence that we represent out in the world. You need a mayor that is going to produce, that sees what's possible, that asks the right questions, that pushes us further. Yes, it's going to be hard for us, because at the end of the day, you've heard from every candidate up here that we are heavily reliant on property taxes. But the beautiful opportunity here is there is change out there, and we can go get it. I know that my number may not be shared with you. My palm cards are out there that has my cell phone number on there. If any of you have any questions, you are always welcome to reach out. But I promise you that under my leadership, with my corporate experience, with my 6 years here on City Council, delivering time and time again for District 4 and District 3 and all of the other districts that I have been fortunate enough to participate in, you will always get results. I will always work to bridge communities and bring us all together. We will always protect the green space and activate them through art and cultural programs. We will always make sure that we are doing economic development the right way and not oversaturate. We are always going to make sure that we're pulling in the infrastructure that we so desperately need. Now is the time to make Bowie resilient, because if we don't, later on down the line, we will feel it. Thank you so much.
Beyond my professional experience, in which I have received over 30 performance awards, 2 organizational awards, and as I said, 2024 Innovator of the Year for the commercial space in the Federal Aviation Administration. I've also created the Neighbor to Neighbor initiative within Bowie during the federal shutdown in assisting with donated items. Also led a Christmas clothing drive for the Prince George's County foster care system. I am also in the process of establishing an aero manufacturing technical training academy that will provide vocational skills, apprenticeships, and jobs for our students who are not on the college-bound trajectory and for the residents in Bowie. With all of that to say, I will bring that same energy and collaboration and a builder of opportunities to the city of Bowie. We need to do things differently. We need to think differently. And I am not telling you about a promise or a vision. I have provided specific action items, a 90-day plan. I am ready to start the first day. I have my plan right outside. So I am ready and I am willing to be here. And in my first 90 days, public safety, education, economic empowerment, and youth advocacy are going to be my priorities. My journey has taught me resilience, accountability, and importance of service. I know what it means to face challenges, and Bowie deserves leadership that is experienced, forward thinking, and not just thinking that it's okay because I grew up here, and committed to every resident. I am ready to lead us to that next chapter, and remember, Brown would not let you down.
First and foremost, thank you all for coming out to listen to us this evening. It truly means a lot. I am Rebecca Pierce once again, and I am running to be your next mayor. I am a resident of here, Bowie. I've been here for over a decade. I went to Benjamin Tasker. I was the 8th grade class president. I went to Bowie High School. I was the senior class president. Initially, I was class of 2021, but I became senior class president of class of 2020. And then I went off to Howard University and was class president there and graduated 2 years ahead of schedule. I love community. I love advocacy. I've been in advocacy long before I knew what advocacy was. I've well invested into the community here in Bowie through mentorship with the youth. I was just at Benjamin Tasker Middle School this morning at the career day, and the faces that lit up on the students, it was incredible to just sit there and just be immersed by it. They simply saw a former Tasker student standing before them running for mayor. They were in awe. If you look around, there are little to no youth in this room, but they are the future. They want to see people like me stepping into leadership roles and showing them that the sky is their limit, that nobody can tell them that they're inexperienced or they're too young to shoot for the stars, because this is our future and we must take it back now. The current administration left us with crumbs. We can't afford houses. Property taxes at an all-time high. My parents' BGU bills and their electricity bills are through the roof, and they're struggling, and we're left with crumbs. It is time for us to take action and change the trajectory of where things are going. And they want to see young leaders, fresh mind, bold thinking, to be put into these places to just bring the fresh ideas. And we're not supposed to do this alone. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I will have an amazing team around me implementing these changes that we're all advocating for. It's not a one-person job, and I'm here to ensure that I will continue to deliver, to advocate, to just show up where needed, and continue to be the voice for all residents, especially our youth, because they're the future and they must be invested in now. So thank you so much, and I really hope to earn your vote. My email is RebeccaY.Pierce@gmail.com, so feel free to reach out to me. Let me know any questions, any concerns, and I'm here to answer. And I thank you so much, and I hope to earn your vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think I can move this, but anyway. Can everybody hear me? Initially, I want to thank my family for being here to support me. Thank you very much. Now, like I said before earlier on, I've been opportune and blessed to raise 7 children in this beautiful city, and they've done very well. They've gone to our schools here, and all, why am I saying this? Why do I really want to be mayor of Bowie? Since 2011, I've been knocking on your doors to elect me. Now is the opportunity for you guys to say, wow, when you raise your children, you say, go for it, be resilient, it's going to be all right. When you elect me as your mayor, you're telling all those children that there is hope, something better is coming, keep going, you can make it, right? When I'm your mayor, it's going to be, my style is going to be community-first style leadership, unprecedented transparency, period. No shakes, no nothing. Smart economic growth, as we've talked about, especially Main Street revitalization, safe, thriving, and walkable neighborhoods. We need to invest in our young ones, robust youth engagement, youth boys and girls clubs. For example, I mentored a couple of children at our Bowie High School right here, or I think it's on the left right here. My own money, for a whole school year. I mentored this kid. The kid was told he was a bad child. I brought him back alive. The kid now has a master's degree. Once in a while in those years, I talk to him. Why am I saying this? When you volunteer your time, I've done that. I'm an experienced emergency, disaster emergency prepared personnel. So when any emergency comes in our city, you know I'm taking care of that. I'm going to assemble a team around me so that we can move our city forward. Our city is in a challenge times. We need another person to lead the city.
I want to encourage all of you to hold your conversations with the candidates outside and exit with courtesy. But please join me in the end now for a hand of applause for all of them. And thanks for their showing up this evening, broadening our minds and deepening in our understanding of their candidacy as a prospect for our leadership.
I know Chairman Barnes was here as well. Chairman Barnes, thank you. Chairman Barnes of the Prince George's Parks and Planning is with us as well. Thank you all again for being here. I'd love to open it up. Panelists, y'all look good. Thank you for being here. Rodney, I would love to start with you for our first question. You know, we framed this panel, this event around livability. That can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. And so I'm curious, like, talk to us about your research in livability. And then based on your research, right, as you think about the Blue Line Corridor, what are some opportunities to help create a more livable corridor?
Yeah, thanks for the question. It's an important one. And thank you and Liz for organizing, and thank all of you for coming here today. You know, livability is an important concept for AARP and myself. We define it as communities that have the housing options, the transportation options, the supportive community features and services, the things that people need to be able to stay in their communities, to thrive in those communities, and have a higher quality of life. And so one of the things we did is we created a livability index, and it measures every neighborhood in the country across 7 different categories of livability, things like housing and transportation, and things, having access to things in the neighborhood that are strong for folks, healthcare, education, opportunity, and the like. And one thing I found from that work is that every community has assets and every community has challenges. And the question is, what can communities do to improve on the challenges that they have using the assets that they have, right? So in this region, we've got metro stations. That's a huge asset to build from. We've got highways with people coming to and fro, tens of thousands of cars a day. We've got strong organizations, this church, LISC, other organizations that are strong in this region as well. But there's also challenges. We've have the Congressman Ivey talked about some of those challenges already. That we've got some of the challenges from the federal workforce changes. We've got, frankly, some safety challenges out there on the roads and the like. We have a lack of some of the places that community members can come together and thrive and connect with, right? And access to healthy foods, so many things that could be improved. And the question is, if we're going to talk about development, if we're going to talk about change in the community, what are the things that we can do with the assets we have to address some of the challenges that we have? So livability to me is a whole path to try to make the communities better for the residents that are here today and hope they can thrive today and tomorrow.
That's great. Thank you, Rodney. And that's a perfect segue into Tracy. I'd love to bring you in as, you know, the county executive's leader on all things economic development. Talk to us about, right, how you're looking at building on the incredible strengths of this corridor to create a more livable community for everybody.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. So the county understands the importance of supporting and sustaining all of the beauty about the Blue Line Corridor is so many coalitions, from the Blue Line Corridor Coalition and their assurance that the residents of this community are heard as we spend these $400 million in state funding. You have the 20743, the landmark alliance between the mayors of Seat Pleasant, Fairmont Heights, and Capitol Heights. And then you have, of course, LISC, who's going to ensure, again, that the residents of this community are heard and that their desires and wants are incorporated into the planning. And so what the county would do is continue to support these organizations to ensure that their initiatives are funded when we can fund it, and that we are listening to the work that they do, their work product that is generated from their efforts, and we can incorporate that into our leverage and incentivizing development, into our community benefits agreements. So the work that these coalitions do will help us to incentivize developers to include their desires. With respect to the manufacturing piece, yeah, we're moving away from a development here and a development there to a unified, centralized, mixed-use communities where people can work, live, and play. But that doesn't mean that there's not room for the manufacturing component. As a matter of fact, they're at 6135 Central Avenue, the Berman Enterprises development. There's 775,000 square feet of industrial use, which will mainly be for warehouse and distribution. But components like that feed the work element of the work, live, and play, and will create jobs for the residents who remain here, as well as the future residents who will come to the Blue Line Corridor. And so we also want to stay in lockstep and in support with our current manufacturing, like Blue Henry's and their beverage garnishments, and AW Industries and their mattress manufacturing businesses just outside the Blue Line Corridor. So while we want to live, work, and play in dense communities rich with amenities and destination components, but the manufacturing piece will remain an important part of the equation as they bring jobs. And then finally, with respect to the faith-based community, this is a component. I mean, faith-based organizations are the bedrock of any given community's character, and we want to continue to support those types of entities. There are programs that we have developed to incentivize and help them to develop their aging properties into mixed-use developments. And so all of these different factions, we will continue to support. We will continue to fund as much as we can in order that the Blue Line Corridor is not only an amenity for future residents, but that the current residents' voices are heard and their desires and wants are incorporated into the programming for the Blue Line Corridor.
That's great. Thank you, Tracy. And I think a key part of this vision for the Blue Line is engaging the development community. And so, Joel, so thrilled to have you with us, right? It's one of the great parts of LIST's work, as well as being able to both work with community and work with mission-driven developers like Dante's partners. And so, Joel, I would love for you to talk to us a little bit about, from the development lens and developer lens, what are you seeing as key opportunities in this Blue Line Corridor, and what types of kind of tools and collaborations are helpful from a mission-based developer to help bring some of this vision into fruition?
Sure. I would like to echo everyone on the panel and say thank you for having us here. It's been truly a pleasure. As a Black-owned developer based in DC, we have been around in the community for several years, over 20 years, building affordable housing communities. And we really value is that the Blue Line Corridor offers a great opportunity for transit-oriented development and mixed-income developments. And it really comes down to three main items that I think we should focus on to really incentivize and galvanize the communities along the Blue Line Corridor. One of those is public-private partnerships, and that's really critical to getting the work done and aligning with the county, with transit agencies, with the city agencies, as well as private developers, such that you're aligned in how we're pushing forth the products and the opportunities along the corridor. The other thing is also having flexible funding and innovative funding. I think there's a lot of sources and opportunities out there, but having the ability to leverage all those sources together. So you have funding and support from the county through tax pilots, through grants, through other initiatives and funds, and then you have levels of funding and support from the state as well. And all of those really kind of come together to create the opportunity for the community to, as Tracy said, to live, work, and play. And I think the last piece and most important piece is community engagement and really being involved in the community, understanding where the community's alignments are such that those values are really incorporated into the thread of what you're trying to put together. And just really at the bottom line is having all of those three, from the financing for the partners, public-private partnerships, and the community engagement, are really integral in putting together some of the communities that will be forthcoming among the development of the Blue Line corridor.
Thank you, Joel. And Brittany, coming to you, we've often talked about how many different hats you wear.
Right.
You're a resident, obviously a key member of this church, a planner, a researcher. And I think in our conversations, we've often talked about how communities, particularly Black communities, have so often been acted upon. And for me, so much of your work, as I see it, is helping bring power to communities to tell their own story. And so as someone deeply connected to this area, how would you describe the story of the communities that make up the Blue Line corridor? And tell us a little bit about some of the work that you're doing to help pursue a more livable corridor.
Yeah, no, Brian, thank you so much for that question. And it's a loaded question, right? If I had to describe it, so pending, right, dissertation, thank you, Rodney, for all of your support with that as well. It would be land, labor, and legacy, right? So how do we think about this corridor? And I believe Congressman Ivey, definitely brought some of that up around just the history of how land has been used in this particular community. Tracing back to plantations, right? Thinking about the Concord plantation, thinking about the history of formerly enslaved individuals who started to build their own communities, right? So when we talk about giving people back their power or versus reminding people of power that already exists within them and the legacy that has been left behind of ways in which they can come back to invest in their communities, I would say for me, that's part of the story. So whether that's the Ridgely community or the Ridgely family, whether that's my own family, right? My third great grandfather, who was a farmer off of Sheriff Road, owned property and built several homes for his family, for them to be able to live, right? So I think that's one aspect of it, is land, labor, and legacy. And then if I think about, well, what is some of the work that we're doing? Of course, it's the work that we're doing here at the church in supporting this very vital and crucial anchor institution and helping them reimagine 17 acres, right? If you had access in 2015, prior to Pastor Ron being here, if we thought about using this space to build 100 housing units, that question probably wouldn't have come up, right? If we thought about taking this 13,000 square foot facility and putting on a green roof, upgrading the solar panels and making this a net zero facility that can support future generations, that conversation may not have come up. So for us here, some of the work that we're doing is, one, intentionally the work here. But as you mentioned, Brian, I wear multiple hats, right? So I also serve on the state's, last year I was appointed to the state's Affordable Housing Trust. So now also thinking about, we have a $50 million approximately affordable housing trust at the state. I'm always curious about how many developers or how many organizations in Prince George's County, particularly along the Blue Line, who are actually applying for that fund. So part of that work is also making sure that people are aware of what resources are available to support them. And then finally, or not finally, but one of the things that's most important and really near and dear to my heart is supporting some of the local businesses. So Tracy, you mentioned Blue Henry. Adrian actually started, so Blue Henry, Adrian is one of our, is the CEO. She actually started at the Capitol Market and vended at the Capitol Market. She's currently serves as one of our board members. And then Baked by Bina. How many people enjoyed the delicious pastries? I want to see everybody saying this. Mr. Bina is actually one of the businesses that we work with at the Capitol Market. So helping small local businesses local farmers find the resources and assets that they need to be able to leverage. Because we already have so many great things happening here in the corridor. And our job, or at least what we see our role as, is how do we help to amplify that and help to really push people a little bit to really make it happen.
So good. Thank you, Brittany. And I love that. I think that's at the very center of our hopes, really, because of the capital markets mission and this mission of the Blue Line Corridor Coalition, right? There is so many assets, small businesses, cultural histories here. So how can this platform be used to build on those? I want to pause for 1 second just because I forgot to mention at the beginning. If you all do have questions for the panel, there are note cards at the end of each row. Please write those down. And I've got a few folks in the back with BLCC t-shirts on. They can grab those, and we'll make sure to get those in front of the panel as well. I want to ask one more question for our panelists, and then we will open up to some of those questions written on note cards. So panelists, when one mentions developments and transit-oriented development in particular, I think especially in this region, we can't ignore the trauma of so much displacement that we've seen in the district and the surrounding areas. And so I just want to name that and invite you all into conversation with each other about it, right? Because I think what we heard from our congressman, from our council chair, is that there's a commitment on the county level, there's a commitment on the community level that this is different, right? That when we see cranes in the sky, the worry isn't, oh, am I gonna be able to afford to stay here? But that we can do both. We can help make sure folks have the right to stay here and bring new amenities. And so I'm curious,
And I'm sure you've implemented the same thing as your mom instilled in you, as far as education and read books. Yes,
absolutely. And I'm proud. My son is he's bilingual, so he's multi-race, and so it was very important for him to understand and learn his language too.
Yes,
so I was able to place him in a school, community kids, and that's what I did. I took him back and forth to school, and so at that time I sacrificed my career. And it wasn't even a sacrifice. I just put it on hold for a little bit because he was my priority.
Right, because your career is going to be there, still there.
That's right.
Those were his important steps and moments.
Right, just being able to nurture him to experience that fully.
Yes.
I was so thankful.
That's awesome.
And then I said, you know what? It's time for me to go back. I think he's okay.
He's grasping.
That's right.
Grasping
he's grasping it. And he's grounded. He's had a good foundation. And then that's when, and then I went to work for the Links Incorporated, which is a nonprofit organization, a women's organization. Got to learn a lot from those women.
Awesome.
Just amazing exposure again. Right? Because I'm looking at people. I was a first generation college student in my family.
With your family, okay.
And I'm looking at women like, oh my goodness, this is what you can become.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. If you apply yourself,
that's
absolutely.
right. Just to be around successful women that are giving back to the community. I was so happy to be there. And then I got the call to come work for Angela Also Brooks.
Nice.
Right?
She's amazing.
So that's my story. So that's me.
So how was that working with her? I'm sure you learned a lot. You brought a lot to her as well, too, and she learned a lot from you, yes.
I did, but you know what? She gave me the opportunity to live my dream. And have my dream job. Right? And that was the being the director for the Office of Community Relations. And I will always be grateful to now Senator Also Brooks.
Yes, Senator.
Always. I was going to say to Joy Arnold Russell, too, the Chief of Staff. Always grateful because they allowed me to be me in a space, develop and create for the citizens of Prince George's County. And so when I came in, the number one priority was to help fix 311. And I got to say it like that. Fix 311.
I think it worked on the epic ice storm we had in January. I think the 311 was was there.
It was there, Veronica. You know? And so I started December 2018.
Okay.
December 3rd. Sometimes, again, it was my dream job, so I don't forget the date. And 2 days before my son's birthday. But I started then, and at that time, call operators took them 5 to 6 minutes to respond, to answer the phone.
Oh, okay.
Long time, right?
That's
Calling in.
That's a long
and
time,
you
yes.
have this concern.
Yes.
So by March 2019,
okay,
I had it down to 30 seconds.
That's good.
Right?
That's good,
so
because it's an emergency, yes.
Right. You know, but for people, right? It's a line used for services like potholes and tree repairs, but it's a quality of life issue.
Exactly.
And so we got it down to 30 seconds.
Okay.
And I would say, catch them on a good day, it'll be 7 to 15, right? And so that now has become a model.
Okay.
It is now an award-winning call center.
Nice.
Very
nice.
As Senator said, her dad was going to run her out here. And in honor to Mr. Also Brooks.
Okay.
Very, very good supporter. And may he rest well on his journey. And so we were able to stabilize 311, right? Make it a system, a premier system that our residents deserved. So even through COVID, we still worked to get a new system in order for it to work properly. So fix the internal, but again, concerns were going in, but they were still dropping. And so we fixed the internal, again, award-winning, replicated across the country, because we want to know, how did you do it?
Wow,
how did you get down
across
to 5
the
to 30
country?
seconds across the country? And so that has been really, really amazing. And then we developed a 311 on the go model. And that was our
like
community
mobile on the go. Okay.
So that was our community response.
Yes.
Because you had the call operators, but then we had to see sometimes what residents were calling in about. And so while I handled 311, I also oversaw all of the community liaisons.
Nice.
And so that's where I implemented 311 on the go. That's also an award-winning program that's been replicated by other 311 call centers.
Wow, that's amazing. So when they sit there and say, "Oh, DEI," no, this is live, real,
this is live,
educated
real.
leadership.
Right. Absolutely. You know, we're there.
Yes,
I was someone that I can't do my job behind my desk. I have to go where it is.
And you sound more hands-on. People-oriented and service. When I'm listening to your background and where you are now, the service of people is
service of people, trusted. They see you. You know, you came out here. You came to see about me. Right. Maybe not give you the resolution that you wanted, but that follow-up was there. And so when I came into the appointment as a director, the office had no branding. No one knew what OCR, or the Office of Community Relations, did. So I gave it an identity. So people understood now that the red shirts or the red jackets, they would be there, right? You didn't know the name, you know.
They know that color.
They knew the color. They knew we were going to respond.
Yes.
It became an agency that was one of the most trusted agencies during the Also Brooks Jackson tenure.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah. And so now you're located here in the Prince George's, running for District 4 right now.
I'm in District 4, you know.
So when they're in Prince George's County, when they say we are $1 million homes, but we're not receiving $1 million experience right now, and Bowie, well, how would you respond to that? Like,
I would say you're absolutely right. First and foremost, right? You know, you don't deny the issue. I have. When I came in, I moved to District Heights. I was in Laurel. Then I moved to District Heights. I purchased my first home in District Heights. Forever grateful. City girl, want to be close to the city.
Yes.
My son came, a little different for me. I just want to change a little, change environment, and I had an opportunity. So I moved to Bowie. And I've been here for 5 years in Bowie, right? And you're absolutely right about the experience. And so that's one of the things that I'm running on is to improve economic development and investment. I want to make this area, District 4, and even the entire Prince George's County, a first choice where you live, work, and where
And
you
dine.
entertainment.
Yes.
We should have those same options. Going to DC, Crofton,
Anne Arundel
Annapolis,
County.
it's nice every now and
Yes.
again,
Yes.
but I should have that first choice here.
Exactly.
And affordable experiences as well.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that you have to put 25-star restaurants
Right.
here,
Exactly.
but give us something where we have options,
Yes.
right? Where you want to bring your families,
Yeah.
or if you just want to simply dine alone.
Exactly.
You should be able to do that. Not just dining, but entertainment as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Right? And so when we go out to these other communities, I understand, and I always ask myself, why can't we have it?
Right. Exactly.
We can if we do something different. It has to become a place-making destination.
Yes.
Right? For people
where
that
people are traveling all the different counties and across the country to here, to Bowie, Maryland.
Exactly.
Yes.
But the businesses have to want to come here too.
Exactly.
Right? We have to give them a reason why.
Yes.
Right? Why Prince George's County? Why District 4?
Yes.
And when you do come, why do you want to stay?
Right, exactly.
So working with developers and small business owners too.
Yes.
Giving them access to capital. You know, I always say access to capital, educating them. Because I always say, you may have really good programs, but it's of no benefit if people don't know about it.
Exactly.
If they don't know how to access it.
Yes.
So
I agree with you. Concur with you 100% as a business owner.
Exactly.
So
Right?
yes.
Be right on their shelf. But if you can't get to it,
right.
Is it benefiting you?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And so educating our small business owners, classes for them so they're able to thrive.
Yes.
You know, sometimes small businesses, they can't afford a brick and mortar.
That's
Sometimes.
true. Yeah.
But if collectively we came together,
Right.
we gave them space together.
Yes.
Think of what we could do.
Yes.
Right? And I don't talk about it. Some people are like, well, what do you know about small business? What I left out was when I took my little break, you know, with corporate.
Right, when you had your son, yes.
I owned, I was a franchisee with Doc Popcorn.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Business partner. And we opened at National Harbor.
My favorite snack.
Yeah, your snack, right? So I don't know if you remember when the harbor opened, the harbor, and there was a green and yellow popcorn bags. So I had a kiosk.
Okay.
Outside.
Yeah.
Did very well. But I had employees. So I was a small business owner. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
But now when I think about it, what I could have done with capital, if I was, more
expanded
educated.
it,
Exactly.
grew it to other locations.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I did go to RFK Stadium and did all the DC United soccer games.
Okay.
So I did that. But again, if I had access to various programs, then I may have chosen differently on some things. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So what do you think? Kevin Durant, who's from Prince George's County, investor, where Six Flags, where it's located, is going to come in with the new entertainment. I hope it's going to be promising. We all have our fingers crossed with that. I'm excited as well.
Right? Because this is someone that is homegrown.
Yes.
Right? And again, it's a possibility. Now our children can look at someone that looks like them to say, what could I become? I see them. So that's the first thing that I think about, right? And I've met his mom on several occasions.
I've done an article on him, so yes, and met his mom, yes.
And I even got advice from her one time as well, like, Ms. Wanda, my son, what about this? She said, it's okay. It's going to be okay. He's a boy. But, so, I'm hoping it's not in my district. It's near my district, right? So my neighbor. But what I'm hoping is that it's an entertainment complex for families.
Okay.
Right? Again, making this a destination choice.
Yes.
For our families.
That will be awesome. And Spear is groundbreaking next year.
That's amazing. But what's the most important thing about any of these projects? You must have community buy-in.
Yes.
You must have community voice.
That is true.
And that is a lot of times in Prince George's County, we miss the ball on that.
I agree with you.
Something will come.
Yeah.
And so that it feels like development happens to us instead of community being a part of the process.
Okay.
So that is one thing I ask anyone coming here. Talk to the community first. Share your vision, hear theirs as well, because this is their home, and work together on the project.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you were elected, what would be one of your priorities? What you would prioritize? From listening to you, it sounds like education.
Would be our seniors, right?
Seniors,
our seniors. Education.